So let's get into some articles now. Here I got this article. Germany calls for European brigade to be stationed in Greenland. Going into the Trump thing, and in an interview that with Bild, he said that Europe must demonstrate a serious presence in the region given U.S. President Donald Trump's intentions regarding the strategic Arctic island. DW reports. Preparing for war. January 13, 2026. Netherlands, the Ministry of Defense places 25 to 30 million order of Oshkosh defense for additional DXPV vehicles. These are tanks. Yeah, this was the one I was mentioning. Really these ain't tanks, but I thought they was tanks. These are military vehicles. Will be equipped for future integration as part of the country's ongoing defense vehicle modernization. Yeah, preparing for war. That's in Joel 3. Joel 3 and verse 9. Gotta get this. Always usually get this. This is Joel 3 and 9 to 10. Proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, all you heathen. Once again, the heathen. And gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, the God shall judge. That's what Yahweh Shaphat means, or Jehoshaphat. And Armageddon, the valley of the mounts of troops. Skip down to 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Come on. Because right after that, that's after World War III, to end World War III, the final battle will be Armageddon, where Yahweh Shai will defeat and slaughter the heathen's armies. That's what, and which will proceed to the kingdom. That's really the main course meal right there. World War III is just going to be a little snack before the ultimate course meal, the main meal. And then enjoying the kingdom, that's really the dessert. It's really going to be the dessert, an eternal chocolate lava cake, all made of righteous, organic, natural produce from the fresh from the fields for you brothers. Because anyway, this is Joel 3:18, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine. That new wine, that new wine there is going to be the actual wine, the real wine. Today's wine is today's wine was all this sulfates and artificial shit and dyes and sugars. They don't even tell you in those wines that it's artificial dyes. They just call it wine there. They just put wine there, just like with the artificial salt. If it doesn't say pink salt or sea salt or organic salt or Mediterranean organic salt, and if it just says salt, then that's all its minerals stripped from it, bro. That's that fake ass shit. That's like if it just says sugar, that means it comes through the process seems to make their sugar. Yeah, that's how you saw tricks your ass, man. In my ass before at times, man. Getting that shit. Yeah, and that basically that wine has them. It just says regular wine, and then it says sulfates, especially if it also says sulfates. And especially if it just says wine, don't get it, man. That's all filled with plastics as well, and artificial dyes, and a ton of sugars, artificial sugars, tons of it, and you really don't even process the alcohol. because your body's trying to first process all the fucking chemicals. You really ain't getting anything off of that. That's why me personally, I had to stop drinking that shit, because each time I was drinking it, I was noticing that I was just getting sick. That shit was just making me sick. I wasn't even really feeling any alcoholic buzz. It's just my stomach would feel a stomach pain in my liver, so I quit that shit. Better off making your own wine, or find some your nearest Amish place. You might have to go 2 hours out of your state, your city, but it'll be worth it. And buy you two of those, buy you two of them glass jars of that real shit, man. That real wine, not that artificial one. So anyway, continuing on, the new wine, so drop down new wine. That's gonna be the new wine. That mountains from the mountains of Israel. Wine straight from Yahweh, from Israel. Homemade from the land of Israel, the New Jerusalem, Jerusalem. And the hills shall flow with milk. The hills shall flow with milk. And yeah, that's how you know it's fresh, when you see that milk flowing from the cow. The lamb, the goat, or the goat milk is the best. The goat milk has all the nutrients you really need. Has a ton of copper in it as well. Copper is the number one deficiency in all the world. Damn near 90% of everyone is deficient in copper minerals in their system, which the dietary laws is the Lord gave us sources of all the rich copper of foods we can get. The lamb, the goat, the deer, even the cow, if I'm not mistaken, the cow and the chicken. But niggas want to keep eating pork, so it says here, and the fountain shall come forth out of the house of Yahweh, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, modern day Egypt, America, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. It's going to be America here, the desert. For the violence against the children of Judah, the so-called Negroes today, the house of David, it's leading the tribes to rebuilding this tabernacle, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Yeah, and that's Esau. His land is filled with innocent blood that was murdered, spilled upon it. The Gadites, all the Gadites that died from diseases, the Trail of Tears, or the Esau unleashed the Gatling gun and shot all the Gadites with their children. There was a lot of children there down. And that's just one of many massacres. You have the underground cities, underwater cities. Where Judah was reigning there and was prospering there in their own state and laws, their own banks, theaters, all that. And so Esau had to come, the poor ass Edomites had to come by and give them that proud ass smile. And yeah, a lot of these two-time loser Edomites, they were two-time losers back then. But they got off on the scene, Judah partaking in destroying Judah. You see that in the movie Rosewood. In the end of the movie, two-time loser Edomite had to go back there to beat on his wife, that white woman that falsely accused that town of blacks in Rosewood of raping them. And they didn't just kill one black dude; they killed a whole ton of them, just to find that one dude that so-called supposedly raped her. Okay. Which I like how that movie ended. Actually, Esau actually allowed And that's how you know it was a Jake that filmed it. But under Esau's motion productions and pictures, 'cause that was a high scale movie. If I'm not mistaken, that movie came out in theaters. I'll have to look up if that was true or not. They actually gave Jake a good ending there. And that's spirit, because we're coming to our kingdom. Esau's coming down, back down to his place, being under our kingdom, under our dominion, as far as being under our dominion, Khan. But Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem from generation to generation, generation to generation. That means an eternity, going back to Daniel 2. It's Daniel 2 and verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. That's America, but that's what I wanted. Verse 24. In the days of these kings, it's the heathens once again, the Ishmaelites ruling, the Moabites ruling there. The Ishmaelites are enjoying their kingdom over there in Saudi Arabia and UAE and whatnot. They have their feasts and shit where they eat this unclean camel. I think, if I'm not mistaken, camels are an unclean beast. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that, but they have these magnificent large ass feasts where they have the whole hump of the camel there, and they have, in some cases they get more extravagant with it. They have all that types of foods all around, and then they might have sometimes big ass giant stones of diamond or gold in there, so that they can their guests can have. So they're living it up over there. They're enjoying it. They order all the top thick ass Instagram models, which are whores anyways, to over there and sacrifice them at times and have their way with them as well over there. So 44, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. God. Yahweh's kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. It's Daniel chapter 7, verse 14. And there was given him dominion and glory. Actually, let me start at verse 13. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man. See how it came with the clouds of heaven. It's going to be the chariots. And came to the Ancient of Days. The Ancient of Days is Yahweh, because he has no beginning or ending of days. And they brought him near before him. This is them preparing for war. Going to this is the main king of all the earth, is all the universe is going to be Yahushua going to his father, the top supreme over him king. Yahushua with his armies, those chariots, they're going to be standing before Yahweh when that day comes. And this is what they're going to say. 14, and there was given him dominion and glory, a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Now, there you have it. It's going to be Yahushua to come to rule. Got this article here. U.S. will take Greenland the hard way if he can't do it the easy way, Trump says. President Trump, this happened and published on the 10th this month, January 2026. President Donald Trump continued his stretch toward Greenland on Friday as he insisted that if the United States did not act, Russia or China could occupy it in the future. This right here, NATO preparing for war as well. More of Joel 3, 9 to 10. Britain is in talks with NATO to counter Russia and China in the Arctic North Korea bows response as it accuses the South of flying drones across the border. And BRICS War Games here from Al Jazeera. That's the title is BRICS War Games, Why They Matter, Why India Opt Out. Come on. South Africa is hosting the BRICS exercises, but 2 founding members are not participating amid tensions with the U.S. New Delhi, India. Joint naval drills involving several members of the BRICS bloc, including China, Russia, and Iran, have kicked. Oh yeah, once again, China, Russia, Iran. These are going to be the main places where it's going to begin World War III. This is the triple threat match. Have kicked off near South Africa's coast, with South Africa describing the maneuvers as a vital response to rising maritime tensions globally, so Africa is with it as well. The week-long Will for Peace 2026 exercises, which started on Saturday, are being led by China in Simon's Town, where the Indian Ocean meets the Atlantic Ocean. They will include drills on rescue and maritime strike operations and technical exchanges. China's Ministry of Defense, National Defense said, Khan. So hey man, this is what's they're doing their drills right now. Here's a photo of their missile destroyers. Chinese, Russian, Iran's ships, and Africa's ships there. This was taken January 9th this month. So they ain't. It's not like they're stopping drills. They're preparations for this third war. So this is gonna happen. So with that, I mean that's really the point there. The third war is gonna happen. It's going into the same thing. This article here. Spokesperson for this, so it's going on till Friday because this was published last week. It's published last week. Once again, you got the Iran protests as well, uproars of the people. And they're also going to shut this word down soon. Close out with this last article here. It says the U.S. Army will roll out Tank of the Future at Detroit Auto Show. Yeah, so the U.S. has the tanks. As well, NATO's, who was that again? Britain is getting more active in preparing for war and upgrading, modernizing their weapons systems and stuff. Kim Jong-un last week tested and oversaw his ballistic and hypersonic missile launches. The Netherlands, they ordered more modernized vehicles, and nation against nation. Greenland is over there getting Germany called over there to show their presence for Trump threats, and us, the province, we're still out here trying to seal the elect, the Lord's elect. The Lord's using us to speak His words. So I don't believe all the elect is sealed yet. It's just me personally. But it doesn't matter. That's not going to, neither here nor there. It's not going to stop when the snare of woe happens. The Lord is going to seal His elect when it's the right time to. It could happen when it's already in Jacob's trouble. This is the point. And this is the war. So with that, shalom and abar rabah. Lord willing, this is it for edification. Alright?